Yo, what's going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for the OPTC video. In today's video, as you can see, we've hit the damage cap, the 1 trillion damage mark over here on the Super Boss vs. ZORO. And in today's video, we'll be diving in with some teams that I put together to hit the 1 trillion damage mark. Super goddamn easy, and they do not use any of the 11th anniversary characters. Obviously, you can get more damage output if you have the 11th anniversary characters yourself. Well, you can't because of the damage cap, but you could probably hit it a little bit easier. So the goal today was to sort of just go back and use characters that I have heavily invested in, and I've recommended you guys heavily invest in, and help you guys take down this particular event. We are still using Kizaru and Luffy Zoro Sanji as a friend captain. They're pretty much made for the event, so you do want to bring them as at least as a friend captain. But today we're not using any of them on our team, nor are we using any like S-Snake shenanigans either. So hopefully you guys enjoy the video. If you do, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Hopefully next time we do one of these videos, the damage cap will be increased, because 1 trillion damage nowadays, it's just peanuts compared to what we can do and what we can hit. So, like I said, if you enjoy the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. If you're new to the channel, hit the bell notification too. We put up shitloads of OPTC content, and when it's Kazuna, especially Super Boss time, we put up lots of videos here as well. With that said, let's dive in. Alright, so let's start it off with the int variation. Now, the int variation, this particular team hasn't really changed since the one that I put out in my other video, I believe. Now, we do obviously have some pretty hefty investments. We do have level 5 Rush in Shanks. We do have a level 5 Final Tap in Yamato. And we do have a level Super Tandem 5 in Zoro and Sanji. I believe you can use Kid Law though. Kid Law. I believe you can use their Super Tandem here. So if you have that heavily invested, you can definitely do that. But just to preface, like, Zoro Sanji are so goddamn old, and I know like people can get unlucky, but this is a character you should have definitely invested your Super Tandem tablets in. Shanks is is literally over a year old now. Definitely a character that was worthy of some rush tablets if you guys need it. And then like Final Tap Yamato has been out for God knows how long. Like, the character is just so damn old. So I'm sure you guys probably have some sort of investment here. And look, even if you don't have full investments like I do, you're probably still going to have some pretty good investments in the sense that you can do quite a bit of damage. So as you can see there, on turn 2 we use the Shank special. We also use the super swap of Kid and Law. That works out great. Character you can just slide in on this team too, by the way, is Nami. If you have the new Nami, you just put her in over the Yamato character. That way you can just still get the increased damage taken, and then obviously you have another boosted character to hit. Then you just sort of use the rush of Shanks last instead of the final tap of Yamato. On the final stage, as you can see, we use the special of the super swap. Well, what do we do first? We use the special of Kid Law. That's going to give us the did I even do this right? I think I did this right. I think I did this. I actually think I did this wrong. This run incorrectly. I think I was meant to super swap with Zoro Sanji first, then use the Zoro Sanji special first. You'll lose their attack and all boosts, and then the buff they give, but at least everyone will be free spirit and slashes, and then that way you'll get the double super class as well as the territory from Luffy. So, I mean, it's not that big of a deal because like, yeah, it's not that big of a deal because like the characters that are still hitting hard are the free spirit characters. So something to note there. You have the EX of Kid Law. You have the increased damage taken from Yamato with color free from Shanks. We have the overrideable attack and orb boost, which we have a double attack and double orb boost here. As you can see, once the Super Tandem goes off, we get the Super Tandem boost from the friend captain Luffy. And then once sort of like those pop off, we do a butt ton of damage. As you guys saw there, like, it was over 1 trillion, then over 3 trillion, and then Yamato's final attack's hitting over 1 trillion as well. So we're looking at like 5 trillion damage all up with this particular team. So I'm sure with lower investments, you guys should still be able to hit at least 1 trillion. Unfortunately, it does cap us off at that particular point. And as you can see there, we hit 105. But like I said, if you guys have some lower investments, you might hit a little bit lower, but at the same time, like, the damage is still really, really good. And again, I do think if you super swap with Zoro Sanji first, use the Zoro Sanji special before using the Shanks EX, and make everyone into free spirit and slashes, the damage numbers there are probably going to be even higher than what you guys actually saw. Alright, so moving on to the quick variation now. This particular team is not one of the ones I put out. I basically just scrapped the whole shooter idea. A lot of people are struggling with like Luffy Lucci, like Caulifla, Treasure Map Frankie, and I thought if we're going to go like slash centric from the previous team, like, let's just kind of use the same units. We're using Ace here with a friend captain Kizaru. Obviously, if you have your own Kizaru, you just run Kizaru and bring a friend captain Ace, then slap a Sai support like Roger onto your Kizaru. And then that way, you're going to get a slasher territory for this particular team as well. And then you're just doing even more damage than what you guys are about to see in today's video as well. So, should work out pretty hunky-dory there. So, on turn 2, you get Burn and Special Reverse. With this particular team, Ace just bypasses the Special Reverse. And we're going to use the Super Swap of Zoro Sanji here. Using the Super Swap of Zoro Sanji here just allows us to kill this stage super easy. And just like the previous fight that you saw with the In variation, we're not technically using their attack and orb boost. We realistically just want to turn everyone into Free Spirit and Slashes. So that's another thing you can do on the previous fight too. Super Swap with them on turn 2, and then just use their special moving into this final stage. Unfortunately, you lose that increase to the attack and orb boost, but at the same time, having everyone Free Spirit Slashes is just better than the class change that Ace can actually give. You get a Super Block Orb on your Ace. This is where the free-to-play Brook from the Kazuna shop, he's 3 medals. Go pick him up if you guys need to. You can then move the Super Block Orb onto Luffy, who's not doing any damage, then that way it doesn't matter. It works out pretty nice. Use the Luffy Zoro Sanji special first, turn everyone into Free Spirit and Slashes. That's then going to trigger the EX of Kizaru, who can remove the Intimidation. He also gives an overrideable Orb buff. Ace will then give the attack boost with his EX. He can then override the Orb buff into a 4x Orb buff and give a conditional buff, which unfortunately will get removed, but it's not the end of the world. Luffy can apply increased damage taken, and then he's going to be our other conditional booster. Kizaru is going to give us a chain boundary. We have the chain shenanigans with Zoro and Sanji. Then to remove the ship bind, we have Law and Beppo. Law and Beppo's super swap and special is also going to give us base stats to our Dex characters. Ideally, you want to try and use Law and Beppo like late. Like you want to use them kind of last, and you want to have a whole bunch of buffs on your side of the team to just increase the base attack boost. So that way you just get a better base attack boost, really. Finally, you can super swap with Yamato. Because you have the increased damage taken, you can use her special. She'll increase that to 2.25. She'll also give you a 3x color affinity boost to your slashes and your striker characters. Plus her EX is going to give you, I believe, some more resistance down, which is really, really nice. With this particular team, we have the final type of Yamato, who goes absolutely ballistic. We are using a level 5 Rush Ace, but again, if you have Kizaru, you just could a level 5 Rush Ace as a friend captain. Super tanning from Ace into Luffy, Zoro Sanji, and then Law Beppo. Because it's a Law unit, it triggers the Zoro Sanji super tandem. With that, we can hit with Kizaru, and then we can finish it off with the final tap of Yamato. This one was a little bit harder to hit 1 trillion damage. Obviously, Yamato just cracks the 1 trillion damage herself. I really want you to use shooters with this particular team, but I thought, hey, lots of people invested in slashes, so it's probably a little bit easier to take that route and get the 1 trillion damage that way. But again, like depending on what your investments look like, depending on like how long you've been playing the game and all that fun stuff too, is obviously going to be dependent on what your damage numbers look like too. But there you guys go. That's the 1 trillion damage teams with no new batch characters, no 11th anniversary shenanigans. And hopefully you guys enjoy the video, and hopefully it helps you guys do your super boss runs. But if you enjoy the video, like I said, build the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.